All right, I'm doing it. No one's here, and that's okay. Just got to set up shop a little bit. All right, I think this looks okay. Uh, I am just poking around a little bit as this is my first time. Checking my settings. Going to wait another minute or two, see if anybody hops on. Otherwise, I'm just going to do my thing. Got to start sometime. Everything looks good. Hi, Tony. Oh, Tony, you got to spell my name right. Hey, can you confirm that you can hear me well? Cool. Thank you. And it's going to change because I have to move the microphone once I start exercising. So, since I technically have someone here and at least I know I can be heard, I'm going to go through my little spiel. So, welcome. I have been doing a lot of things for a lot of years on a lot of different platforms, but not this one. So, here we go. It has become clear that YouTube's not going anywhere and everyone's hanging out there. And so this is my chance to potentially cast a much wider net for all the things that I've been doing. And I think I'm finally ready to put myself out there a little bit more. So welcome. Thank you for being here. What to expect? I'm going to do this workout very consistently every Friday at noon until I can build a following, get the word out. From there, I will layer in other programming. I am moving my podcast, season 3, over to this platform as well. And then I plan to do interviews, quick bites, like a Wellness Wednesday type thing, and just a lot of the learning and development that I have been doing and selling to clients for the last 17 years. But now it'll be sliced and diced and on this platform for everybody's consuming pleasure. What to expect? I might play with what workouts I do just so people have options of things to peruse when they go to the library. Some will be full 45-minute workouts like today. We're probably going to be more like 40. Others might be things you can do at your desk with out changing clothes and without a whole lot of equipment and that type of thing. For my workplace clients, that's really my zone of genius, is supporting people immediately within their workday. A little thing about music. You all know I love music and I would be dancing and doing all the things with music if YouTube made it easy to do that. Obviously, to use amazing music, there's music licensing concerns. So when and if you're working out with me on this platform, at least for now, until I layer in some type of royalty-free music, you are just going to pop on whatever music does it for you and gets you going, and you'll get to curate your own playlist that way. And then we really prioritize my audio and hearing me and hearing the coaching. Fun fact, I have bronchitis right now, so I am under the weather. I have been for a few weeks. Hi, Gina. So you will hear me cough. There's a 100% chance you will hear me cough today and kind of wheezing a little bit. Forgot to take my inhaler over here. So this will be kind of a low-key workout number 1. I'm making the assumption that nobody has equipment. And again, I'm kind of archiving this as workout 1 in the library as well. So then you can always go back to it if you're needing something a little bit more basic. And yeah, I need more chicken noodle soup. He caught me at the grocery store buying all the things. So this will kind of be your entry level workout, if you will. No equipment needed. Review some of the basics, some of my favorite things to do with just body weight. Final kind of housekeeping thing. This is my home gym. It used to be a garage. It's lovely. I'm super grateful for it. That said, we are going to have some external sound. I think a bird or an animal might join us at any point, and somebody's getting a new roof today. How convenient. So the audio will be a little sus on days when I've got this external mic and things going on in the neighborhood. The longer term plan is to get my wireless headset up and running, my fitness, my Madonna headset, and then that will be superior AV quality for you. Oh my gosh, Tony. Tony, are you going to actually do the workout? No pressure. Oh, thanks, Tina. So I'm going to start to get into position. Oh, awesome. I am making my space clear. Here comes that cough I promised. I am moving. It sounds so much better like this. But I am moving this microphone to the floor because I need to be hands-free. All right, so I am hopeful that this is going to be adequate. I will use my best aerobics voice. Grabbing my water, and we are going to warm up. So I would like you to set up in a squat stance, whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to sit back into those hips, drive up through the heels. I'm just letting my arms swing forward as my hips drop back. Lots of weight in the heels, lots of lift through the belly. I like to inhale on the way down and exhale on the push. At the end of the day, just breathe. You'll find as you work out with me, I prioritize coaching and education over counting reps. So sometimes my counting is a little sus. Let's go 4, quicker, 3, 2, and 1. We hang out at my favorite place, bottom of the squat. Abs lift, elbows go wide. It is a reach and pull, scapular retraction. So I'm going to turn sideways here. So we've got leg endurance, scapular depression and retraction. Your inhale, reach, exhale, pull. We keep going. When in doubt, sit back a little deeper. Good. Let's hold it here. Arms in. Just pulse down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and done. Excellent job. Shake it out. Warming up the shoulders. It's like you're peeling off a sweatshirt down the front, up and overhead, big wide circle. Lots of groups I work with talk about clicking, popping, discomfort in the shoulders. That's my specialty. We're going to have super healthy, flexible shoulders, healthy, flexible hips, spine, etc. Couple more here. Really stretch up and out of that waist and then reach those arms wide. We're just circling back. I think soft knees, heavy tailbone, abs in, so the core is activated. We're going to reverse. Really reaching through those fingertips. Pause here. Give me a bigger circle backwards. And a bigger circle forward. Nice. From here, just swinging the arms, consciously opening the chest and alternating which arm goes on top. All right, get blood flowing just a little bit more. I'm going to have you step side to side, kick your pants, nice hamstring curls. Arms swing back as the heel tucks back. If you want a longer lever, I sometimes like using a straight arm. It just demands more from your cardiovascular system. I'm thinking abs in the whole time. Last 8, 7. I switch. I reach and pull a knee. Reach, knee. Up and over. Last 8, 7, 5, 3. Good. Shake it out. From here, we're coming down to the mat just to work a little bit on hip mobility. So it's a tabletop position, all fours. Again, abs lift, active protraction through the shoulders. So you're actively pushing the floor away. Knees right under the hips. Free up that right knee and thigh. Lift and lower. Super attractive, right? Looks like a fire hydrant. So just hip mobility. Get everything ready to work. We're making our way to 15. Personal favorite exercise. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that knee down. Give me a big spinal stretch. Little cat and cow. And return to neutral. I spin around to show you my working side, and you continue floating that left leg off. Lift and lower. 15 reps. Priming the hips for class. Awesome. We have 5 more here. After this, we're getting into more of a work phase. You'll notice I do things in circuits, generally 3 exercises at a time. Rest and repeat, and stop there. Good. From here, just sit back, stretch hips and back. 1 more flex extend. And neutral spine. Good. We are back up to our feet. Our first exercise today will be a squat just into a calf raise. So what I like about this is we sink down nice and deep. Weight is in the heels. As we stand, we transition into a calf raise on the balls of the feet. Join me, heels, toes. Heels, toes. Now, as we work together, as we start to evolve and advance this programming, I will absolutely work weight, load and bands into everything. But I'm sort of assuming that some of the people that are finding me at first, we're just getting everything going again, right? So we have 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Good. I work largest muscle groups to smallest. So what comes next are Katie's personal favorite, push-ups. Today we're going to have a wider grip. I do love tricep push-ups, but not right out the gate. So a wider grip. I will start, I think I'll start sideways, show you modifications, and then I might turn to face you as well, just so you get different views. So option number 1, modified wide grip push-up. It'll totally feel like your booty is in the air and your chest comes to your thumbs. Option number 2, hands forward, hips forward. Basic knee push-up. Most advanced, up on our toes, legs wide. Show-off version, 1 leg up. So my ask of you is at least 10 reps. If you get to 10 reps and you're like, I could totally keep going, please do. You're only doing yourself a disservice to hold back. So go ahead and start your push-ups. I'm going to take a peek at the chat. Keep going. Honor system here. Don't cheat yourself. I'm going to hop in for the last 4 or 5. Exhale, push. Exhale, push. After you complete that set, sit back, take a stretch. Always important to open your chest. The hardest thing about training without equipment, in my opinion, is training the back. I mean, obviously, if you can do pulling work with like a bar or something, that's nice. But once we get more equipment involved, we will be able to hit the back better. But a lot of people came to me and said, Katie, I don't have equipment. What can I do? All right, third exercise. You have a choice between a modified jack. So a modified jack can look like this. A modified jack can look like a seated squat. Obviously, full out or full out, okay? I'm going to count for us and keep you posted. So get going. Again, you can start low impact. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. You can join me high impact. I also like this choreographed version that goes 4, 3, 2, 1, and an equal amount full out. 4, 3, then you go. Again, here we go. And jump. 2 more rounds for us. You're breathing. Last 4, 3, and done. Good. Walk it off. Mama can tell she has bronchitis. Just seeing who's here. All right, so anytime our heart rate is up, that's a win. Also helps our brain to produce something called BDNF. It's like Miracle-Gro for the brain. That said, we need to let our heart rate recover just a little bit, especially when we're first getting started, so that we're not overly sick, nauseous, and discouraged, therefore, to coming back to class. So walk around, let that heart rate come down. We're going into our second round of that circuit. And I'll show another advanced option for our squat into calf raise. So you can continue with that, or you can make it more of a pop squat, which will have that explode at the top. It creates a plyometric. You can choose to do it at a comfortable tempo, or you can choose to do it as many reps as possible while the rest of us accumulate 15. So here we go. Squat, calves. Awesome. This is 8, about halfway. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. So I try to balance teaching and doing. So next we're into our push-ups. I want you to start thinking ahead about what comes next. Choose your appropriate push-up. You're giving me at least 10 and more if you've got it in the tank. Okay, so here we go. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push. Call this instant hot flash. Long neck. Caught myself cheating. When you finish your set, you get to stretch the low back and open the chest. Those of us that sit at a desk, we've got major postural dysfunction. So we need to open the front of the body as much as possible. So I'll really be hitting that theme hard. So thinking ahead, our next exercise is a jack, modified jack, or full out. Go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna give you some real talk in here. A lot of women I work with, they're like, oh God, Katie, I cannot jump anymore. Sister, I hear you. We can strengthen that, right? So as you're doing this, your core starts a little lower. You can lift it up through those pelvic floor muscles and work in maybe just a few jumps at a time to get everything rehabbed, if you will. I have a graceful way of saying things. Here we go. Again. Really pump those arms. Full range of motion. 2 more sets. In through the nose, out through the mouth. More peaceful way to breathe. You don't need the nervous system super ramped. And rest. Good. Shake it off. So next I'm going to take us into a stationary split squat, or I'm sorry, lunge. Stationary lunge. I think a lot of you that see me all the time, you know, you do this all the time. So I am going to offer a little more advanced twist today. We get into a split stance. One leg forward, one leg back. There's a strong tuck through the tailbone. These drop straight down. A lunge is a misnomer. We are not lunging forward. We're dropping straight down. So go ahead and join me. Down, up. You can use your arms for balance. You can use your arms for coordination. Chest up. Posture should be amazing here. I think how many more? 3 more. 3, 2, down and hold. Strong tuck in the tailbone. Arms reach up, legs are shaking. Pulse down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10. Good. We transition the weight onto the front leg. This is where it gets a little more advanced. Bend your standing leg. Stretch your working leg. Your chest is open, either arms back or just chest open. Free up the weight on your back leg. So you keep transitioning weight forward. Lift and tap. 10 lifts. If you're in the Monday class with me in Virtual Fit Club, we already did this week, but guess what? More volume is a good thing. Your leg might not go as high, no problem. That's 10. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Reach, reach, reach. Core, low back, squeeze the shoulder blades, foot and ankle stability, all the things, and come up gracefully. Good job. Ideally, your standing leg is tired from all of that stabilization. We set up on the second side right away. Split stance, heavy tuck in the tailbone. Another tip, you are driving through that front heel like crazy. The back leg is decoration. Down and push. Find a focal point to help with your balance. That's 10. We have 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay there for me. You're working at your lowest, most challenging place. Arms up. Pulse down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. Push off. We keep a flex in the front leg so that this gets exhausted. Abs lift, chest open, free up that back leg, lift and tap. All low back, extension. That's 10. Ooh, it's 88 degrees in the home gym. Let me take a peek. Oh, we have more people than when we started. I'm going to take 5 people as a win. Breathing. So, moving on to our next exercise in this circuit, I thought we should do inchworms. So, inchworms get us down and back up. And if you can't do that in your own body, that's a good goal, right? Humans should be able to get down to the floor and get back up off the floor somewhat effortlessly. So, if you have a mat or an open space, the open space is in front of you. We reach up, get a good stretch. We go flat back forward, flat, 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 flat. Lift your booty, nice hamstring stretch. We go for a walk. If you cannot hold plank, you put your knees down. If you can hold plank, you're with me. Now, keeping the legs as straight as possible. Baby step, baby step. In a perfect world, there's no perfect world, but ideally, legs stay straight, or you're working toward that. Now we get to round and get a stretch on the way up. Going up and down does affect your blood pressure. People can get hypotensive. So take your time if you're getting lightheaded. It's an upward reach, A flat back forward. A graceful walk out to plank. You really want to challenge yourself, load your shoulders, move more toward what we call a planche. And tiptoe in. And roll up. 2 more reps like this, moving a little quicker. Big breath in, reach up. Flat back forward. Inchworm out. Load those shoulders by shifting your weight. Tiptoe in. And round up. Last round here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward. Breathing, walk it out. Load the shoulders, walk it in. And up you go. Now, I anticipate your heart rate is up, but in the quote-unquote work phase of my workouts, I am going to give you these little cardio intervals to get your heart rate up. So you're going to go ahead and start. It's like a little jump rope. So if you're new and wanting to do low impact, it's just this weight change from side to side. Those of you that can handle more of a jump, you're actually leaving the floor. Those of you that want more challenge, it's a complete jump. So you do the version that works for you. You're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. I am horrible with a jump rope. I would be all tangled up in it right now. You can see I kind of want to prancercise. It's in my DNA, but you're choosing something that just gets your heart and lungs more challenged. Last 10, 9, 8. And rest. Good. We go through that circuit as quickly as we can because we got more stuff I want to do and I'm a little behind. So we get a drink, we take a walk, we come back to the mat, and we get into that split stance for our stationary lunge. I'm giving you the diagonal view so you can see what's going on. All right. Strong tuck through the tailbone, start the bend and push. Breathing. This is 10. I'm doing a better job counting for you. 3, 2, we stay here. We reach up. There's an extra strong tuck. Down. 2, 3, 4. That's 10. Ooh, I'm realizing, see, sometimes this happens. I'm realizing I didn't do your extended balance on the second side. And you're not here to yell at me and say, Katie, you forgot the second side. But you could tell me in the chat, and then I know for next time. Last 4. Key element is a bent bottom leg. Hold it here. Breathing. Strong retraction between your shoulder blades. And up with control. You'll notice the way I train. You might say, oh, like, why is she trying to be pretty? It's just the way my body's trained to move as a dancer. But the beautiful thing about that is everything is with control. You know, obviously life isn't always about control. Sometimes we just have to get a skill done. But you will build a lot of strength and integrity and stability in the process of doing that. So here we go. Second side. This is 10. Good, down and hold. We're gonna reach up, pulse down, 2, 3, 4, open 5, just 6, 7, 8. That's 10, strong push onto that bent supporting leg, lift and tap. So I'd like to do some single leg good morning, single leg deadlifts. To do these types of things, we have to have good body mechanics. We have to be stable on one leg. We have to know where we're folding from. Drills like this are going to help lead to that. Up and hold. Since I gypped you on the first side, squeeze the back. And with control. Good. So as I was doing that, I thought of a variation on the inchworm that I can do that's going to save us time. So rather than coming up and down in between, it's more continuous. You'll see what I mean. So back of the mat, reaching up, get a stretch, flat back forward, stretch the hammies, fold from your hip. Now we walk out with the hands, plank or all fours, load the shoulders. Now, when it comes time to walk in, I forgot to mention from all fours, obviously you have to pop back up. Walk the feet in and just hold the stretch. Now we're going to walk the feet out, get into plank, breathe and hold. I like this version because you get shoulder pushing. Walk the hands to the feet, hold the stretch. Walk the hands to plank, hold the plank. Walk the feet forward, hold the stretch. Walk the feet back, hold the plank. And walk the hands to the feet and stretch. Inching in and out without coming up in between. It's just another variation on the theme. And breathe. Woo! I am sweating. I check my screen here. Ooh, it's bigger every time I look. Okay. All right. Jump rope. Be your own superstar. Jumping rope, because there's no rope to contend with. Woo! Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. So the elbows are either intentionally in, so you're kind of putting some tension on those shoulders, or you're just letting it be real loose and free, especially if you're tense from the workday. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Walk it off, get a drink. I'm going to squeeze in a third round of work. And then I get into what I call accessory training, which is like your smaller muscle groups, more toning and kind of prehab type of work. So get a drink. We have one more squat combo essentially. Now, I'm going to take a moment to explain it. We are going to do, it's kind of like a squat with a jumping jack. So you're going to jack apart, and I want you to make contact with the floor. Come back home. Other arm, jack, back home. So it's down, up, continuously. For those that can't jump, you step, same arm, same leg, bring it home, same arm, same leg, bring it home. Now I could challenge you and say you have to do opposite, and I'll play with your brain in terms of coordination and things like that. But today we'll do same side. So either jack and touch the floor, or same arm and leg, come back and pass through center. Here we go, 20 reps. Six more. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job, good job. So We're gonna I say so a lot, I'm noticing. Next, we're going to work our triceps. I have a chair. You might have a chair. I can teach you to do your dips off a chair. My preference would be that you do them off the floor, but sometimes wrists need some love. So we can keep the wrist more neutral here, letting the bum graze the chair. Longer lever, more load, harder work. That's an option. Again, bad wrists. I hate saying bad because none of your parts are bad. They just need some attention. That's an option, or preferably meet me on the mat. So we have fingertips forward. No way around that. We are bent at the knees. We have to lift the weight of the body. Again, a good human skill to have. Scoop yourself up. You have to tuck your booty under and rock your weight back. Bend and press. I feel like I gotta get my feet in and my bum up. Here we go. Bend, press. Straight down. Now I like to do this version that's accent down. So you pulse, extend, pulse. So I always get you back into the harder place to hold, which is not an extension, it's in that lowered position. So down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Come on out of it. Shake your wrists. Give them a stretch. The last thing I'm going to do is a little challenging. We're going to do mountain climbers. So this whole last work phase is kind of heart rate with a side of heart rate, or cardio with a side of cardio, but it's all good. Go ahead and flip over just for time's sake. I'm going to do slightly fewer reps. I'm going to do for about a count of 20 sets. So mountain climbers, if you're new at this, knee to chest, drive it in, knee to chest, kind of deconstructed like that. You can also do a modified version if you need to have your knees down. Preferably you're jumping like me, right, left. 3, 4, 13, 14. That's 20. Good. Ideally, again, things to work toward. A little more volume of that. But again, I just want to kind of get us through as much work today with all my jabbering. My style of teaching is, or coaching is, I explain a lot like why we're doing things and how to do them correctly. But I think that's my differentiator, is people actually learn how to exercise, and knowing why you do something gives it value. And I find that people are a little bit more driven to do the work. So we go back to our jack squat, low impact, same arm as leg, making contact with the floor, or jumping in and out of the work, okay? My bronchitis is kicking my butt a little bit, so I'm just gonna catch my breath. And this is not my first workout of the day, so I'm a little tired, but here we go. 1, making our way to 20. Calm breathing, sweat flying off my face. And done. Nice. Dips are next. Walk on back. Come on down to your chair or mat. Fingertips forward. Chest open. Legs are pretty tight to the seat. Scoop your booty up. Rock the weight back. And bend and press. We'll start full range. Now our pulse is down, high volume, 16 reps. Go. Down. 2. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now I should have acknowledged, go back of the hand to the mat, that a dip into a mountain climber is demanding on the wrists. It's absolutely doable, and ideally we do it. But if you're new to this kind of training, your wrists might be tired and or weak. So, area of opportunity. Mountain climbers, and then I get into my accessory work, specifically for core today. Here we go. Your version of mountain climbers. I should have mentioned you can do them on a chair too. It just gets you on an incline. Here we go. 1. Breathing. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Awesome job. The good news is you get to stay down. We do about 5 minutes of core work, a quick stretch, cool down, because I started a couple minutes late with housekeeping, and then we'll wrap up. So when and if you have to drop off, no problem. These workouts will live on for your workout pleasure. Okay, knees up, feet flat, arms reaching forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, you roll down with control. It's an overhead reach, breathe in. It's an exhale, curl up, and sit tall. Just a smooth and controlled full sit-up. No plopping, no dropping, no collapsing. To make this harder, we'll add load in future weeks. Taking a dumbbell overhead, getting some lat work. That is a good way we could work back, is with some overhead pulling action. Abs tight. We're trying to keep feet in contact with the floor. Sometimes they want to fly off. And one more. This is like a little spine massage too. Good. Now from here, I'm going to ask you to squeeze your knees, feet, and thighs together. Recline, so tuck and round back, shoulders down, elbows wide. Come up into a balance. So some people will need to balance here, and the challenge can be kind of marching the feet. Other people may have single leg. Others may have double leg, and I call this show off. You do you, boo. From here, it's a pulsing action in or a marching of the legs. In, in, in. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7. Hold it in. Reach the arms up if you can. Shake, 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 shake. Crisscross. And just stretch. And coming up, we're going to turn to face each other again. I'm like super short on time, but I'm going to squeeze this in. So from your elbow and forearm, we're going to get good shoulder stabilization and obliques, right? So that leg is a possibility where you're kind of working into this side plank from your knees. It does feel a little awkward, but it is totally doable. Otherwise, 2 legs are straight. You get to use your hand if you need it. And you can use the surface area of 2 legs. Advanced version, I will demonstrate, is feet stacked. So wherever you are, it's a dip and lift for 10 reps. It's a hold at the top. Lift, 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 and stretch. And down with control. Now, before we switch sides, release to your belly. Lift everything off the mat. And just kick your legs like crazy. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Again, kicking for our low back. And rest. Press the floor away. Sit back on the heels. And roll up. Great ankle stretch, by the way, if you can sit like this. All things we'll work on in our time together. Second side. We set up on the elbow, shoulders away from the ears, modified from the knees, stacked with the feet, with 2 feet point of contact, otherwise just the side of 1 foot. Up we go. The higher the hips, the more the waistline kicks in. 10 reps. 7, 8, 9. That's 10. Hold it. Lift the waistline. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And down with control. From here, we release to the belly. This side's different. I call these skydivers. Adult tummy time. We are on our bellies. We lift everything off. We open to a letter X. We close as narrow as possible and reset. 9 more reps. Up, out, in, down. Keep going. Abs tight. I'm going to cut it off there for time. That's 8 reps. And sit back and stretch. So for those of you that are clock watchers, I'm going 2 to 3 more minutes and start to stretch us out. So go ahead and join me up and standing. The easiest way to access the hamstrings is with an incredibly wide stance like this. So we roll the shoulders back, open the chest, just stretch the abs, look up, folding from the hip crease as a flat back forward, find the floor. Hands are significantly further forward than the feet. Reach one arm up, look up into that hand. Lower down, other side, turn the belly and waistline. And down. From here, we walk the hands between the feet and or around the legs. I like this with a bicep curl to really draw yourself forward into the forward bend. From here, hands walk forward again, heels in, toes out. Bend one knee, Spider-Man to that side. Actively press down through that inner thigh. Walk up and over to the other side. Advanced version, some people can have a seat. Most people cannot. In that case, your pelvis is up and your hands are forward. Other side, Spider-Man. Hip, knee, and ankle all in agreement. Other side. Center, toes forward, heels back. Bend the knees, hands to thighs, round the spine. And up we go. A couple big shoulder rolls. We did do a lot of pushing work today. So strong emphasis on opening the chest, maybe even clasping the hands and flipping the grip to open that chest. Let's take the feet kind of right under the hips, soft knees, heavy tailbone. Come into a nice big side bend, abs pulling in. And switch. Other side. Good. This is kind of like a beach ball, soft knees, flip the grip, tuck the tailbone, tuck the head. And again, right back into that chest expansion. Final stretch. Wall or chair if you need it. Just getting into your quad stretch. This is just for balance. You might not need it. Really squeeze the glutes, tuck the hips, activate this hip flexor. Second side. It is more difficult to balance at the end of a workout. PS. And release. Big breath in. Little stretch up and back. Open up to your goalpost arms. Roll the shoulders back and down. And that is a wrap. I am going to come talk to you and see what the heck is going on up here. And use my microphone properly. Give me 1 second. Woo, look at the glisten. All right, y'all, are you still there? Yay for likes and people. Oh, yay. Hi, Courtney. Oh, let me put myself back together here. Oh, hey, Rachel. Yay. Any feedback, guys? We did it. Ha. Thanks, Tony. I've only been avoiding it for some time. I was telling someone else, I've taught on every single platform. I've public spoken more times than I could ever count. I've taught globally, for another brand, and I know I had people dialing in from all over. But there's something about this platform that has been a little intimidating. So I like to think that all things happen in their own time. And I do feel ready to be here. So, the biggest, most helpful thing is to spread the word. I'm really trying to do that in all of my live classes and through all of my different groups that I service, because we are just going to reach and impact so many more lives with this platform, and not just my little circle of amazing regular participants. So yeah, awesome. Thank you all for being active in the chat. That's the other thing, is I am used to most of the time two-way video, and I'm used to classrooms of people that I totally feed off their energy. And so you give me energy through the chat, and I just want to reiterate how powerful that is, because group fitness, I think we all end up getting attracted to group fitness because of the energy that gets poured out and poured back in. Thank you, Tony, for the TMI. Sweating in every crevice. Same. But it does feel good. And guess what? It's done for this Friday. Your work is done. I do have a virtual Fit Club. Several of you are in my club. And so we're back on the mat at 8:30 in the morning. So you all are truly amazing friends. Thank you for being here, because I would have sucked it up with just 0, but this is better than I could have imagined. So I love you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next Friday. This is our new thing that we do. So I appreciate you. I'll see you or talk to some of you in just a bit. Bye, guys.